This morning in Health Watch, a study that shows that parents of ADHD children are more than twice as likely to divorce by the time their child turns 8. David and Lauren Lunzer, the couple you're about to meet, reveal their experience in their own words.
Jeremy was born with ADHD, and it was an incredible challenge. He was not just a danger to himself, but also to his siblings.
He took his little brother up to the top floor of our house, out the storage room window, left his 2-year-old brother on the ledge outside that window 5 stories up. He was doing frightening things, including we had a pet duck, which I think he was pulling the wing off of.
He was ready to send him away. Right. I was not willing to do that.
But something had to give. This was a big one, and we didn't agree on how we should handle this.
There were many times where I just said, I can't deal with this and I'm out of here. You're not good to the kids, and that was my thing. I need to protect the kids. I have to protect them, at all cost. And if that's going to cost me my marriage, I was absolutely willing to do that.
Joining us now is Jennifer Hartstein, a psychologist who treats patients with ADHD. Good morning to you, Jennifer.
Good morning.
We saw the Lunzers. They were right there at the breaking point, and one of the things that I noticed they were doing is playing the blame game. Does that happen a lot?
It happens a lot. It's very easy to point fingers at each other about who's to blame. Why is this my fault? It's your fault that our kids are like this. And it's such an important thing to not do, because it can really destroy your communication and your relationship.
And you really, I think, have to work as a team. When any conflict comes up in a marriage, if you were battling like they were, that's not going to work, is it?
Not at all. And a lot of the research has shown that the reason some of these families are getting divorced is because there's some cracks already in their communication. And it's so important to really communicate, be consistent, set up the rules that everybody has to enforce in the family so that there's no question of what to do. There's no wiggle room. It's here's what we're doing all the time. And then if you can keep tweaking that so that it works together, that's going to keep the communication open and your relationship in good stead.
Do you recommend couples therapy?
I think you need some couples therapy, but more importantly, you need parent training. Working with a special needs kid is very different than working with a regular child. So you need to learn how to do it differently, and you might implement that with all your children in the home.
Right.
And have a therapist that's going to ask you how you're doing too, because it is very stressful.
And I'm sure all those tips apply for any child with special needs,
Absolutely.
not just ADHD.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Dr. Jennifer Hartstein, always good to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.